Supposed to be dead, at least we thought he was. Nearly a year after he was rumored to have died is when this video came out. It's unclear exactly when the video was recorded, although he did reference events earlier this year. Al-Zawahiri was Osama bin Laden's number 2. He reportedly made anti-Jerusalem remarks, discussed a raid in Syria in January, and mentioned the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, but did not reference the Taliban's full takeover. Also called for more attacks against the West. Lea Gabrielle ran intelligence networks in Afghanistan, served as the U.S. Special Envoy for Global Engagement. The State Department joins us now. Lea, we've been talking about sort of the dangers of withdrawing from Afghanistan. Case in point that we thought this guy was dead, and turns out he's not.
Well, Leland, I think that what we have to recognize, and you mentioned all of these different situations with our adversaries and our competitors, is that, the strength of America is always being watched. Our position and how much we're willing to put on the line is always being watched by adversaries and competitors worldwide. So as a U.S. diplomat serving overseas, when you are representing the U.S., nobody thinks of you as whether you're representing the Biden administration or the Trump administration or the Obama administration. They see you as an American. And that's really what we have to look at right now as we're looking at the global picture with our competitors and allies, is how America is being viewed and how we're going to be tested. New administrations are always tested, so we're going to, of course, see that. And we're going to see leaders across the globe trying to assess what our current administration, what our current leadership is willing to do when they try to test our mettle. You referenced, Afghanistan. I think that right now that's what everyone's watching, is how it quite frankly is embarrassing that the U.S. has found itself in this situation with such a quick withdrawal and such a not well thought out and prepared for withdrawal.
Let's talk a little bit more about Afghanistan. What's at risk there? Obviously, there's the global view in terms of how we're viewed because of our withdrawal, and then there's specific to Afghanistan. Here's Leon Panetta, obviously served Democrats for most of his life, ended up as defense secretary. Here's him talking about Afghanistan.
I think they will plan additional attacks on our country as well as elsewhere. We've got a lot of different ways to gather intelligence, but we're going to need strong intelligence on the ground to keep track of these terrorists.
That sort of goes back to the issue. If we thought Ayman al-Zawahiri was dead and turns out he's alive, it tells us our intelligence in Afghanistan is not that great, right?
Well, I think when you talk about intelligence, ultimately, as Panetta just referenced, you really need to have good sources on the ground. And that's what's at stake right now with withdrawal, is that the source networks that we've built over years and years, those are extremely damaged. I don't even know what the current status is of them right now. Now, that being said, I have not seen the intelligence assessments of this video. That'd be a really interesting thing to see, because right now we're in a time in the world where the PR piece is always an important piece. So this is obviously a PR video that is being used to exploit the current situation. But I think the question is, what do we actually know within the intelligence community? And that's something that I wouldn't talk about if I did know right now. So
a good place to end. Lea, thank you. Things you say, even are allowed to say, we appreciate. Good to see you. All right. It's been another deadly weekend in the nation's third largest city, that being Chicago. 60 people were shot since Friday night, and more people were killed in shootings. Get this, 7 victims then died of COVID, with 5 deaths reported in the city from this weekend. Now Chicago's mayor, Lori Lightfoot, has announced a new plan for the city to combat